If you're looking for a minimalist, design-first, Apple ecosystem-centric keyboard, there may not be a better one than the one I present in this video. I use it with my iPad, my Mac Mini, and my M1 MacBook Air, and it's called the Logitech MX Keys for Mac. It's definitely not a perfect keyboard. It's actually far from it, to be honest. There's a big trade-off you're making buying into this keyboard ecosystem, which I'll get into later in this review. But anyways, here are my thoughts on the Logitech MX Keys for Mac. Okay, so the most important thing to a keyboard purchase is the design and the comfort. It has to aesthetically look pleasing on our desk, and it also has to be comfortable to use. Our hands can't get strained too much using it. So in terms of design aesthetic, what you get is a metal aluminum looking space gray keyboard. I very intentionally say metal aluminum looking because it looks like aluminum, but it's just a plastic coated with a space gray looking aluminum coating on it. It really isn't a big deal to me. The product still looks really good in my opinion, regardless if it's plastic or aluminum, but it would have been nice if it was real aluminum considering how much we're spending on buying this keyboard. What's great about the space gray is that it matches with all of the Apple products in the ecosystem. So it matches my iPad, my MacBook Air, and my iPhone, my Apple Watch. It just all has a nice unity to it in terms of color. In terms of the weight of this keyboard, it's definitely still leaning into pretending that it's made of aluminum because it's actually a lot heavier than it looks. Something about the weight of something, when things are heavier, psychologically and subconsciously, we presume more value and importance to those things. And it lives true with the Logitech MX Keys. It feels heavy, it feels important, and it feels premium. Thanks to that weight. Below the keyboard, there are rubber stoppers to keep the keyboard in place so it's not sliding around your desk. And there's also a power button on the back end and a USB-C port to charge the keyboard itself. As for the actual keys, this keyboard was designed specifically for Mac users, so you'll get all of the applicable keys that you need to operate the Mac operating system. If we take a closer look at the individual keys themselves, you'll notice that there's a spherical dish on each of these keys. Logitech says that this is supposed to give a more comfortable typing experience because each of these individual keys are conforming to the roundness of our fingertips. That statement is true, but also not true. But we'll get into that when I talk about how comfortable this keyboard is later in the review. A really cool feature about this keyboard is that it also does have smart illumination. It has built-in proximity sensors, so when you are approaching to put your hands on the keyboard to type, the keyboard will light up, the backlights will light up, and then when you're leaving your desk to leave your office, the keyboard will recognize that you're not there anymore, and then the backlights will just turn off. That feature works flawlessly. Like, Logitech did a really good job with those proximity sensors. I just want to pause this review for a moment. If you guys are enjoying this video, please do drop a like down below if you are enjoying it, and subscribe if you are brand new to the channel. We are on our road to 14,000 subscribers already, so super exciting. But anyways, let's go ahead and get right back into this review. Okay, so the moment we've all been waiting for. Is the Logitech MX Keys a comfortable typing experience? Yes, but no. A hard no in one area. When it comes to the physical pressing of each of the individual keys, the Logitech keyboard is very comfortable. The key travel is perfect. It reminds me of pressing keys on my MacBook Air, which is a really good thing because Apple makes some of the best keyboards in the world, so that's a huge compliment that I'm giving to this keyboard in terms of its physical button pressing experience. Outside of that, this keyboard is not the most comfortable, especially when you're typing for long hours repetitively every single day. I've been developing some really bad strains on my wrist. Its pursuit for minimalism and design aesthetic has taken away from this keyboard's ability to be ergonomically comfortable for long hours at a time. Like I said, I've developed some wrist strain using this keyboard, but I'm on the extreme. My full-time job outside of YouTube is typing for 8 hours a day. And then when I go to do YouTube videos, which takes up a lot of my hours every day of every week, I'm also typing consistently on a keyboard. So I'm easily behind a keyboard 10 to 16 hours a day. Someone in my extreme, this keyboard will do damage to your wrist because that amount of typing, this keyboard can never be comfortable for you. They do offer a wrist rest that you can purchase in addition to this keyboard, which I did buy, and it does help a little bit, but it's really a band-aid to the faultiness of the design of this keyboard. And I use faultiness lightly. It's not really the MX Keys' fault that it's not totally ergonomic, because that's not who they're marketing to. This keyboard isn't for people like me or like you who might be watching who's typing like 10 to 16 hours a day. This is for somebody who's probably going to be behind a keyboard only a few hours a day. That's who I'd recommend this for. And to be totally fair, it's not that Logitech doesn't know how to design ergonomic keyboards. Like, they actually do, and they have a specific segment of ergonomic keyboards that they sell, one of them being the Ergo K860, I believe it's called, and I'm actually going to be picking that up today because I'm going to be retiring these MX Keys because I've just been developing a lot of wrist pain from using this every day. Okay, so moving on, something that I haven't had a chance to touch on is battery life. This keyboard can last up to 10 days on a single charge via USB-C if you are using backlights. However, if you have backlighting turned off, this keyboard can last up to 5 months on a single charge. And I can attribute that to be true. I have backlighting turned on all the time when I need it, and typically I have to charge this keyboard every 2 weeks on average, I'd say. So it lasts a decent amount of time before I have to charge it. Another cool feature about this keyboard is that it features Logitech's famous Easy Switch feature. So you have the ability to pair up to 3 devices to this single keyboard, and all you have to do is press button 1, 2, or 3, and you can seamlessly switch between your devices. Okay, so what's the conclusion here? Should you buy the Logitech MX Keys keyboard? I'd say that if you're in my extreme, where you're typing hours on end, every single day of every week, I have a hard time recommending this keyboard to you. This keyboard, as beautiful as it is, because trust me, this is a beautiful looking keyboard. I love the way it looks. It wasn't designed to be used this way, and Logitech knows this, and that's why they sell separate ergonomic keyboards, which I'm going to be picking up today, and you should definitely subscribe and hear my thoughts on that because I'm going to be uploading that probably in the next week or so. But if you don't fit into that bubble and you just want a minimalist, Apple ecosystem centric keyboard and you only plan on using it a few hours a day, I have no problems recommending the MX Keys because I don't think your health is in jeopardy, and I think that product, with what you're trying to use it for, matches perfectly. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Please do drop a like if you did enjoy, and subscribe if you are brand new to our channel. We just hit 13,000 subscribers and we already are on our road to 14,000. So please, if you are new here, drop a like and subscribe, and comment hashtag MX Keys if you guys did enjoy the video. But anyways, I will catch you guys in another video later this week. Stay safe, and we'll talk soon. Peace.